Hi everyone, I am Cheah, Microsoft MVP from Singapore. Today I would like to share with you about Azure Secure DevOps Kit. Who am I? Microsoft MVP. If you want to know more about Azure security, please subscribe my YouTube channel and also read my blog about Azure security tutorial, and for anything you can message me at my Twitter. Okay, let's get started. To understanding the security challenge of DevOps, engineering teams has increased autonomy. In the past, engineering teams wait weeks or months for development resources. Now that IT no longer provisions development environment, we don't have a significant impact on scheduling or capital expenses. With DevOps in the cloud, autonomy and decentralization allow engineering teams to work end to end with almost complete independence from IT. Engineering teams can instantly provision test environments, and solutions can be deployed and published with an Azure subscription at whatever pace suits the teams and business stakeholders. Traditional security methods hinders this agility. The second, more development technologies are available. Developing in the cloud opens up a huge opportunity for connecting different platforms and frameworks. But as flexibility has increased, so has the number of APIs and services used to make those connections. The cloud app development environment is more complex, and maintaining security in that environment using traditional methods is also more complex, and sometimes it's not possible. The third one is constant change is the norm. With the shift to Agile, sprints, and DevOps, constant change is the norm. The platform component on which applications run keeps changing, improving, and growing, often at a cadence dictated by individual Azure service team. On top of that, dedicated business unique application teams regularly add new functionality and improve existing functionality following the Agile philosophy of incremental but continuous improvement. Traditional teams regularly add new functionality and improve existing functionality following the Agile philosophy but incremental but continuous improvement. Traditional security and the associated target procedure are not designed for such continuous change. The last one, DevOps has wide-ranging operational responsibility. In the DevOps era, there is not hard boundary between development and operation. The engineer whose develop a feature is also responsible for the operational aspect of the features. Operational consideration, including security, are high priority for the development team in a DevOps culture. When you want to address the DevOps security, it might have a challenge. Faced with this DevOps security challenge, we set out to determine how security could be managed in a DevOps ecosystem. We wanted to change our thinking method and tools adapt to a development environment and culture that was harmony and then nuance inherent in Cloud DevOps. To do this, we adopt a number and imperative. The first one, automate security. Automation gives us a chance to keep pace with the constantly changing cloud environment. DevOps is heavily centered on end-to-end automation, and we need to complement it with automated security. Automated security saves significant time and cost for apps that update much more often than traditional counterpart, and it allows us to ensure that security configuration and deployment in DevOps can be achieved quickly and consistently. The second one, empower engineering team. In an environment where change is constant, we want to empower our engineering team to make meaningful, consistent change without a tedious approval process. Our engineers need to be able to build security into their application from the start. We need security integrated into the DevOps workflow. Developers don't have to take extra measures to be secure, nor do they need to wait for a central security team to approve an app. The third one, maintain continuous assurance. When development and deployment are continuous, everything that goes with them needs to follow suit, including security assurance. The HO requirement for sign-off or compliance check create tension in the modern engineering environment. We want to define a security state and check drift from that state to maintain a consistent level of security assurance across the entire environment. This helps ensure that build and deployment that are secure at the time they are delivered stay secure from one release iteration to the next and beyond. The last one, set up operational hygiene. We need to have a clear view of our DevOps environment to ensure that operational hygiene is in place. In addition to understanding operational risk in the cloud, DevOps operational hygiene in the cloud requires a different perspective than the traditional development environment. We need to create the ability to see the security state across DevOps stage and establish capability to receive security alert and reminder for important period activity. What do you want to use the Secure DevOps Kit for? For security, it is everyone's job. It does not mean that in the university, the lecturer does not teach about the application security or cloud security or network security, then you no need to learn. As you can see from the summary description above, the Secure DevOps Kit for Azure can be used by many different stakeholders. So depending on your role in the DevOps ecosystem, one or more of the below scenario may apply to you. The skill set needed to use the capability of the kit and the prerequisite you need to have on your machine will vary based on your scenario. Here are a few example stakeholders and some points about how they may try to use the Azure Secure DevOps Kit. Here you can see that the Azure Secure DevOps Kit is focused in 6 areas. which are subscription security, security intelligence sense, security verification test, continual integration and continual delivery build or release extension, continuous assurance run boot, OMS solution for letting and monitoring. The last one is cloud risk governance. Let's go for the first one. Subscription security. A secure cloud subscription provides a core foundation upon which subsequent development and deployment activities can be conducted. An engineering team should have the capability to deploy and configure security in the subscription, including elements such as alert, ARM, Azure Resource Management Policy, RBAC, Security Center Policy, JEA, Resources Log, and etc. Likewise, it should be possible to check that all settings are conform to secure baseline. As you can see, the subscription security health check script. The subscription health check script runs automated steps to examine a subscription and flag conditions that indicate your subscription may be at risk due to security issue, misconfiguration, or obsolete setting. Provision script. The provision script is a master script which coordinates several smaller components that work together to provision a DevOps Kit environment. These components include mandatory role-based access control account or important function, high-level alert for critical or several security events, Azure Resources Manager policy that helps secure otherwise insecure action, default enterprise policy setting for Azure Security Center, security contact information. Okay, let's come to the second area, security intelligence sense and security verification test. This one I will cover in the demo. During the coding and early development stage, developers should have the ability to write secure code and to test the secure configuration of their cloud application. Just like build verification test, we introduced the concept of security verification test, which can check for security of various resources types in Azure. The primary components include security verification test and security intelligence sense. Security verification test. This test automatically verifies most built-in security control for common Azure services such as App Services, Azure Storage, Azure SQL, Azure Keyword, or Azure Virtual Machine. Security intelligence sense. These features augment traditional intelligence sense with secure coding best practice and offer correction tips and guidelines while developer write code. These secure coding rules cover vary from Azure Platform as a Service (PaaS) Platform as a Service (APIs) to traditional web application security and cryptography best practice. The third area, continue integration, continue delivery, build or release extension. Test automation is a core tenet of DevOps. We emphasize this by providing the ability to run SVT as part of the VSTS CI/CD pipeline. This SVT means security verification test can be used to ensure that the target subscription used to deploy cloud application and the Azure resources the application is built upon are all set up in secure manner. Build or release tasks for CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous delivery workflow allow us to check subscription and resources security during automated build or deployment flow. This workflow integrates security cover within the Visual Studio Team Services continuous integration and continuous delivery pipeline via Visual Studio DevOps, Azure DevOps build or release extension for security verification tests and other security tools. The number four focus area is continuous assurance runbook. In the constantly changing DevOps environment, it is important to move away from the mindset of security begin milestone. We have to treat security as a continuously varying state of a system. This is made possible through capability that enable continuous assurance using a combination of automation, runbook, schedule, and etc. Continuous assurance prevent security state drift, help to stay current with Azure security features improvement. It also encourages adherence to security best practices such as key rotation and separation of duty. The tools in this session include Azure Automation Runbook that identify and correct security configuration drift, a set of PowerShell scripts to create the automation account, apply the templates, and install and configure the runbook. Now we come to the number 5, OMS Operation Management Suite solution for alerting and monitoring. Visibility of security status is important for individual application teams and also for central enterprise team. We provide solutions that cater to the needs of both. Moreover, the solutions span across all stages of DevOps, in effect bridging the gap between the dev team and the operation team from a security standpoint through the single integrated views it generates. The alerting and monitoring solution for the DevOps Kit use operation management suite to offer a central dashboard where teams can view the security state and train for their Azure subscription and application as reported by the different components of the kit. The OMS solution is created from an Azure Resource Manager template that builds all the necessary components needed for security state monitoring. The operation management suite views include summary views of critical tasks that need immediate attention, outcome of the most recent continuous assurance scan, summary of recent role-based access control activity, important role assignment, access revocation, and others. Trend of the various security metrics and activity over time. Common useful query for alerting and other activity. Pre-configure alert in Operation Management Suite. Run boot for auto-healing when certain alerts are triggered. Now you can see the screen about Microsoft Operation Management Suite. It will show you how to use this in how to use security monitoring in the by using the Azure Secure DevOps Kit SDK. It also shows you the summary and advice. Lastly, we come to the cloud risk governance. Lastly, underlying all activity in the kit is a telemetry framework that generates events, capturing usage, adoption, evaluations, results, etc. This allows us to make measure improvement to security targeting areas of high risk and maximum usage before others. The Secure DevOps Kit generates telemetry events from all states that use automation script or extension. The telemetry is routed to an application inside account where it is processed through web jobs that integrate organization mapping information and then viewed on a Power BI dashboard. The telemetry supports a data-driven approach to agile development and DevOps by allowing us to make measured and accurate security improvement decisions in a continuous fashion. Cloud risk governance focuses on three primary views. We can see adoption and usage of the DevOps Kit across the enterprise. This view gives us a picture of the company's secure DevOps maturity in the cloud. We can view aggregate cloud-related risks across service life, aggregation of control failures for different cloud resources types help us understand which area of cloud use are leading to higher risk exposure for the company due to vulnerable configuration. This information can be used to target risk reduction. We get visibility into common errors and challenges that developers face while using the kit. Information about errors and exceptions help the Secure DevOps Kit team to improve features and the user experience. And here you can see that it's using the PowerShell script to execute the command and provide a security function to your Azure subscription. This you can see that the subscription information, control information, attachment information, host information. This command provides overall information about the Azure Secure SDK, which includes subscription information, alert, policy, security control information, severity, description, rationale, and etc. Attachment information, statistic, attachment justification, and expiry. Host information, Azure Secure Development Kit, setting and configuration, and etc. Get AzSK info command can be used with info type parameter to face the information. The benefit of using Azure Secure DevOps Kit. The first one, you reduce development time and money. The Secure DevOps Kit puts security best practice and tools at our fingertips. It saves our developers time and effort for researching, gathering, and implementing Azure security practice manually, and it provides a set of consistent security practice for them to follow. Higher awareness of security. Because the Secure DevOps Kit builds security automation and best practice into the development process, our engineers are aware of security requirements and capability from the beginning of a project. Security has become an integral piece of the development process, rather than something that starting near the end of the development cycle and might require significant rework of solution components. The third one, easier transition to DevOps. FMCS is in the mind of transitioning to DevOps. The Secure DevOps Kit has simplified that transition by incorporating security automation in our toolset. We know that security is built into the entire lifecycle. Simple processes for checking existing solutions. We have used the manual service validation and testing SVT process several times with existing projects to confirm that Azure security configuration is correct. The last one, convenient assurance check the problem solution. The operation management dashboard in the Secure DevOps Kit enable us to view security assurance across our app portfolio and see where attention is needed. The alert package helps us ensure that Azure Resources Security Configuration drift is kept in check. Okay, let's go for demo. Okay, at first you can go to your Visual Studio. Currently, you can see that I'm in Visual Studio 2017, but you can use in Visual Studio 2019. How to get the Azure Security Intelligence Sense? Okay, you can see that maybe I have a problem to connect to the internet. Never mind, I already installed in my Visual Studio. Okay, at first you go to Tools, Extension and Update. At first you can get it from the online. You just search security. Then you can see that about the security intelligence sense. You just install it. After install it, you can close. You need to restart your Visual Studio. Then after that, you start coding and you debug the application. You don't be panicked when you see it's an error, but the application still can continue debug. How to practice secure coding practice? Now, even you does not have any knowledge about secure coding practice, it will automatically suggest you with the application. Okay, here I download from my GitHub. You can see that while in the line 11, while random equal to new random, you can show the potential fits. It will show you how to implement it, security in general, and Security Intelligence Sense CSEA, then it will automatically help you to modify your application. Okay, other than that, you can see some example. Controller or redirection. I think no need. It's also include the Azure Active Directory graph client. Let's see, got some anything that we can fit. Okay, seems like nothing, only let me to fit only one thing. Okay, here you can see that it will help you to generate some security practice coding. Okay, that's all for my demo. If you got anything about want to know more about Azure Secure DevOps Kit, you can refer to this GitHub document, because this Azure Secure DevOps Kit normally used by the Microsoft commercial software engineer. That's all for today. If you got any question, you can message me in my Twitter. Thank you, everyone.